Hello there. I hope you enjoyed your past week in chapter 1 of 1 John. John was desperate for Christ followers of his time to grasp the importance of relationship, both with the Trinity and with other believers. John's well advanced in age during the time he writes his letters, and he's seen many changes. The times are changing quickly, and Christians are being inundated with all sorts of false teachings. Gnosticism was really big during this time, Buddhism and other beliefs and religions, and Christians were coming disillusioned with their faith, or at the very least curious about these other false teachings that were going around. And John, knowing the seriousness of the times, was quick to establish credibility of his testimony as a teacher and follower of Jesus Christ. You know, much like a courtroom scene when a witness is sworn in, you know how they're instructed to raise their right hand and place their left hand on the Bible, ask if the testimony they're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help them God. Well, taking an oath to God and swearing on the Bible in a court of law, it's meant to offer integrity to the evidence that the witness is bringing to the trial. It's sort of informational muscle power, if you will. And then the judge and the members of the jury can take this information as solid truth, and they can rest in the confidence of knowing that by chance, if this witness's testimony proves false, then God's going to get them for sure. Well, sadly, today in the courtrooms in the United States, it's no longer a requirement to take an oath to God. It's no longer a requirement to swear on the Bible. Should a person giving testimony not believe in the God of the Bible, they may simply opt out. It seems that in this great country of ours, God has lost much of his credibility with a large percentage of our population, and that's heartbreaking. But here is the point. In 1 John chapter 1, these second century Christians did believe in God of the Bible, and a man's word here in this time is honored because of his belief. But times were changing. There were many viewpoints, opinions, and false teachings that were competing with each other. And John begins his letters with a testimony about things that he personally saw, things that he personally touched with his own hands. He is establishing credibility and authority to what he writes by boldly declaring the testimony that he is about to give is the whole truth, as an eyewitness to the life of Christ. His testimony is not based on what's being taught by false teachers, or it's not based on hearsay from others, but it's based on what he personally experienced while walking and talking with the Son of God himself. Now, John knows that life is not easy. It wasn't easy then, and it's not easy now. First and foremost, we must live in true and authentic fellowship with the Son of God, trusting him to be our mediator along the way. And next, we have to understand the benefit of giving and receiving loving accountability within the membership of a community of believers. And last, by living in the freedom of knowing when our life path ends, that's just the beginning of our eternity in heaven. Now, I'll be looking for you in our chat room. I'll be looking for your comments and insight on what you gleaned from our Bible study this week. So join our community chat in our chat room on Facebook. Thanks for joining me for week 1 of our 1 John study. Watch your email for lesson material for week 2 coming on Monday. And until next time, bye-bye.